Yo guys, Rumble Man here, and in today's video we're checking out a 1985 Fender Power Jazz Bass Special. We're going to talk about it here at a bunch, so make sure you stick with me. So guys, I just want to say welcome to the Rumblin' Man channel today. If you've not been here before, this is a guitar and bass channel where we look at guitars, basses, and related gears. Great place for everyone to come together and just talk gear and hang out and talk music and have fun. That's what my channel is about. And we're all about gear here as well. So welcome if this is your first time. If you're a regular subscriber or patron or insider or viewer, welcome back. Thanks so much for clicking on my thumbnail yet again today. It really means a lot. Okay, today's video is part of our Vintage Artifacts playlist. And in this series of videos, we take a look at basses and guitars, mostly basses, but some guitars too. And these basses and guitars are no longer made, some of them quite a bit older, but each of them have kind of a neat story to tell. So we take a look at them, we listen to them, and we celebrate them right here in my Vintage Artifacts playlist. So after this video is over, if you want to see more videos like this one, you're welcome to click on my Vintage Artifacts playlist. So this 1985 Power Jazz Bass Special was made in Japan, okay? And as we've discussed in some of my other videos in this series, you know, in the 80s, Fender made some incredible instruments in Japan. Obviously some amazing Fender guitars and basses, and even some Squier guitars and basses that many say are up to the quality of the American, guitars. Bear with me as I hope I have my facts straight, and some of this is going to be my opinion. But if we look back at the 80s, so you know, Fender was huge in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s. People were really still playing Fender. And 70s jazz basses and P basses were, you know, from that time were very popular and are popular till this day. But by the 80s, you had other companies coming out with some really cool basses. All right, for instance, you know, Yamaha had their BB bass. And by 1985, the Yamaha BB was among the basses that were becoming really popular on studio projects and even live. And I think Fender wanted a leg up on the competition, and they wanted to do a couple things different instead of making the, you know, same models over and over and over and over and over. And I've noticed at a few different points in history, there have been times where, you know, somebody else had a hot product out there, and so Fender developed an answer to it, like, okay, we could do that too. But honestly, I think in this particular case, they succeeded because Fender made this bass, and this bass developed a legacy that lasts to this day with models they currently make, okay? So what we have here is a PJ configuration, but if you'll notice, the precision style, you know, middle pickup there is actually reversed. So they reversed the P pickup to get a different tone out of it. And then they have the J pickup and the bridge. And this is around the time period where people were finding that the PJ bass had a punchy and round sound that was a little more powerful than what the jazz bass could give them. Another thing that was becoming popular in the 80s for bass guitars was active electronics, having an onboard active preamp or, you know, EQ where you can control your EQ right there from the bass. So this bass has that. It runs on a 9-volt battery, and it's interesting, the compartment on the back, you know, it was screwed in place, whereas today's, you know, kind of snap open. I thought that was neat. But it's not, you know, an active EQ the way that we think of them today. On board is an active preamp that includes controls for volume, frequency sweep, a Tbx Tone Control, and a 3-way toggle switch that has settings for passive, low frequency boost, and mid frequency boost, and also a 3-way pickup selector switch, which was quite a bit different for Fender because Fender had always mostly used knobs for pickup selecting, mostly 2 volume knobs, as blend knobs, you know, kind of became more of a popular thing in basses at a later time. And the neck on this thing is simply awesome, as I could feel it while playing the other day. You know, it's seriously classic Japanese workmanship in guitar making. Just one of those great Fender necks, you know, right out of Japan. Nice gloss finish on the back of the maple neck. Fingerboard felt great. The other day I noticed just the setup and everything was really great, and it played like a charm. You know, when it came to playing it the other day, I did feel like there was a lot of buzz in the sound, and at one point I even kind of wondered if I had just gotten electrocuted, but it's always possible that it was just me thinking that, so who knows. So have you ever played one? Let me know in the comments, okay? Sometimes I have like abundant info about the bass that I review. Other times I have limited info like today, but it seems like a really cool piece of history. It seems like it was really innovative at the time of Fender to do something like this, and it became a very popular bass. Left a legacy. I want to say a special thanks to my local friend and guitar tech, Jeff. Jeff is a guitar tech and friend of mine and collector right here in the area, here in coastal Florida, and he does a great job, and he was very kind to loan me this bass out of his collection today, and he's selling the model that I reviewed today, but also you can find these popping up on websites like Reverb used, and some of them in great condition. So what I have for you in the link in the description of this video, if you might be interested in getting one of these old basses, I have a link that will actually go straight to a Reverb search to where you can see if Reverb has any of these basses available right now. I'm also on social media, Facebook and Instagram. You can follow me there too. And I even have a Patreon where patron supporters can get further involved behind the scenes of my channel by supporting. So you're welcome to all that stuff, but there's never any pressure because my goal is for you to enjoy and be blessed by the content we produce here. So guys, thank you so much for checking out my video today. Feel free to keep perusing the Vintage Artifacts playlist, as it's got a lot of cool stuff, and we got a lot of new bass reviews and things like that. So I'd love to have you as one of my subscribers. So give me the subscribe button, give me the thumbs up button if you're willing, and I really appreciate it, okay? God bless you guys. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video, all right? Peace out.